Suleiman, and I'll be the driver of tonight's session. Okay, and I'm super excited to be here. We're currently 30 on the call. We're expecting quite a lot more people to join us along the line. Um, we're going to have a fantastic time together. All right, we're going to have a fantastic time together. All right. So I want to know, where are you joining us from? Okay, I'm joining in from Lagos, Nigeria. Where are you joining us from tonight? Type it in the chat. I'm joining from Lagos. I'll type Lagos in the chat. So let me know where you are joining us from. Let me know where you're joining us from. Abuja. Fantastic, fantastic. Enugu State. Okay, so let's keep it coming. Let's keep it coming while we go on with tonight's session. All right, while we go on with tonight's session. And also, this is the time where you want to share the link to this session to your loved ones, your friends, your colleagues, who you think will benefit from a session like this. Okay, because once we start, whoever is not here yet will start to miss out. Okay, and I don't want that for us. All right, so we'll go ahead and continue with the session. We'll go ahead and continue with the session. I can see people from Ogun State, Anambra State, Enugu State. You are all welcome. You are all welcome. You are all welcome. Abuja, fantastic. All right, so like I said, my name is Mohammed Suleiman, and you're welcome to Nebian's Analytics. This is an edtech firm, and what we do is to help Africans get into the tech space with the latest skills that are boiling, okay, and a perfect strategy at that. So if you are here tonight and you've ever considered tech as a possibility, type tech in the chat so I know you are in the right place. Also, I know I am in the right place. Okay. Type tech in the chat. You've ever considered tech before? You've tried tech, it's never worked for you. Okay. At some point, you said, you know what? Tech is not for me. I'll just type tech in the chat. Let me see. Fantastic one. So I'll go ahead and share my screen now, and I'm going to take you through an experience, okay, so that you see exactly what's out there and what's the strategy for you, should be like, especially heading towards the end of the year. So now we're heading towards the end of the year. Now you should be looking at the end of the year strategy to get into tech. There's going to be a flurry of recruitment towards the end of the year, ahead of the year 2026. So where do you want to position yourself? Where do you want to position yourself in that particular economy? So I'll share my screen. Once I share my screen, I want you to confirm you can see my screen. Now you can see my video, but I want you to confirm you can see my actual screen. So I'm sharing now. Type crystal clear if it is clear in the chat. Type crystal clear if it is clear in the chat. And meanwhile, we're going to have an attendance form in the chat box. You'd see the link to the attendance form in the chat box. So do well to fill it out while you're in this session. All right, do well to fill it out while you are in this session so you can get my slides and some other materials that I'll be sharing, tonight. Okay, Crystal, brilliant. So you're all welcome to Nebian's Tech Elevator program. But before we even get into Nebian Tech Elevator program, for those of us just joining, my name is Mohammed Suleiman. I'm the COO here at Nebian Analytics. I manage operations, and I've been in the space for about over half a decade now, and I've been able to rack up experience, especially globally, okay, in the remote working space, where I had the opportunity to work with Alfa Romeo. The car guys and the car girls in the house would know Alfa Romeo. Alfa Romeo used to be a sister organization with Ferrari up until about 2016, when Ferrari became a standalone organization themselves. All right. So I also had the opportunity of training and mentoring about 3,000 Africans into the tech space. And I also, um, you know, I also, transition into tech, and I'll be sharing that with you. I did my first degree in mechanical engineering, and I was able to move from that into the tech world. And as for Navient Analytics, especially for those of us who are meeting us for the very first time, we are an edtech firm, and what we do is to help people get into the tech space via data and AI skills. And we've helped quite a number of Africans transition smoothly. And the reason we've made this possible is the kind of expertise we bring on board and the sort of project you get to work on during this program. So tonight, we're going to do three simple things, and in the course of 1+ hour, okay, just 1 hour plus, we should be done and dusted. All right. So, but I want to know that you are excited. I want to know you are excited. So type excited in the chat. Type excited so I know that you're excited for what's coming next. Okay, so that you're excited for what is coming next. Okay, fantastic, fantastic. All right, all right, all right. All right. Okay, brilliant. I can see excitement. I can see excitement. So I think we need to keep the ball rolling. So again, don't forget to fill out the attendance form is in the chat box. Click on the link. You'd see one of my team members, Enquiries Nebiant, posting the link in the chat. So ensure to click on that link, fill out the attendance. You get my slide, possibly the recording of this session as well, directly into your mailbox. So don't miss that. So let's go ahead. Tonight would cover very simple things, three things. First off, examples of people who have moved from a non-tech role or even with no experience, okay, to an actual tech role. And then how can you, what is your strategy right now? What are the possibilities out there right now? That's the second thing. And then the third one is would go into announcements, and you would ask me questions afterwards. You can ask me questions. You'll be able to unmute your mic and ask me questions at the end of tonight's session. So if you want to speak with me, just hang around to the end, and you'll be able to ask me actual questions. So this lady is Esther. Her name is Esther. Esther studied nursing. She finished from the School of Nursing. She was actually passionate about the health sector and the likes, but very quickly she realized that she did not want to be in that space financially. That was not where she wanted to be financially. So she decided that, you know what, I'm going to try tech, just like you guys rightly said at the beginning. So she joined one of our programs earlier this year. And 3 months later, Esther landed her very first tech job as a monitoring and evaluation analyst, working hybrid, mostly from home, and once in a while going to the office, at Prawa. That was Esther's story. It is not just her. We also have Naomi. If you were here before 8 p.m., you would have already heard Naomi speak. So I'll be a little bit brief about it. Now, Naomi used to work in a francophone. In fact, she works in a francophone country, okay, as a Nigerian. All right. So she's a foreigner there. So the bank where she works got bought over by another bank. And guess what they started doing? They started laying off foreigners. They started laying off foreigners. So she didn't wait for her turn. She decided she's going to resign, but they rejected her resignation. So she was frustrated, disgruntled, and she decided that, you know what, I'm going to get skilled, so skilled that I can work remotely. So Naomi joined one of our programs, and fast forward, guess what happened? The same organization that was relegating Naomi, okay, created a new department, offered Naomi to lead that department, and Naomi said she was going to think about it. They said, no, take it. And she said, okay, I'm going to take it, but on one condition, that you train me. And they told her, Naomi, we see what you do on LinkedIn. Guys, listen to what I'm saying. LinkedIn. I've mentioned LinkedIn now. So I want you to write it down. They told her that we see what you do on LinkedIn. That same thing you're doing on LinkedIn, we want you to replicate it in that department. So in that case, you'll be the one giving people training and not the other way around, not the other way around, not the other way around. And that was Naomi's story. There are more, but let's go into some details. Let's go into some details. All right. Let's go into some details. Now, there are jobs out there. Okay. There are jobs out there. All right. There are jobs out there, especially around data and AI on LinkedIn alone. About 35,000 open roles right now. If you were to do, if you were to do a quick search on LinkedIn, but guess what? It's only one of these jobs that you actually need. Only one of these jobs that you actually need. And let me pull up LinkedIn real quick. Let's go to LinkedIn. So how many of you have a LinkedIn account? Just type LinkedIn in the chat. Do you have a LinkedIn account? 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 Type LinkedIn. Okay, yes, I have LinkedIn. Okay, brilliant. Okay, so if you don't have, it's just like opening a Facebook account. Okay, it's just like opening Facebook. It's as easy as opening a Facebook account. Okay, so get your own opened. But the key thing is this: I want to show you how, and if you want to connect with me, all right, just in case you want to connect with me on LinkedIn, I'll just put my link in the chat so you can connect with me on LinkedIn, and I'll be happy to connect with you guys. So, but that's not the point. The point is, I'm going to show you what the opportunities look like on LinkedIn. Okay. But in so doing, I'm going to inadvertently teach you how to search for jobs on LinkedIn. So it is two in one. So pay attention. You click on the search bar and search data analyst. Okay, search data analyst. Now, when you search for data analyst, okay, the first thing you want to do is to click on jobs right here. Jobs right here. Okay, don't forget to fill out the attendance form, guys. So click on jobs. All right, click on jobs. Now, when you click on jobs, you want to ensure that your location is not Nigeria, your location is not Lagos, your location is not Abuja, your location is not Gwagwalada, and the likes like that. Okay, now you want to set your location to EMEA. EMEA simply means Europe, Middle East, and Africa. Okay, Europe, Middle East, and Africa. Now, why are you putting this? You are putting this because you want to widen your horizon, okay, especially to access remote opportunities out there. All right, you can even filter to remote. You can even filter to remote, and you see only remote roles. All right, and even across EMEA, you still get local opportunities, but you get international ones to go with it. But where I want to point your attention to is this number right here. Who can see this number that I just highlighted right here? Let me zoom in so that you get to see it more. Okay, who can see this number right here? What's that? 13,000 plus. 13,000 plus vacancies right now. 13,000, and you're looking for just one. Just one. You need just one to call yourself a tech bro or a tech sis. Just one that you're looking for. It is so abundant out there, but it seems so difficult to get it. Okay, now it is not a coincidence, right? It is not a coincidence. There is a reason for it, and the reason is very simple. Okay, there are 5 things that are missing now that you lack. 5 things that you lack that is making it so difficult for you to get just one out of 13,000 plus. So what are those things? And feel free to disagree with me if you have any of these, okay? If you have any of these, disagree with me that you already have it. And then we'll go on from there. All right. So the first thing that you lack is you don't know how to use tools like Power BI and Looker Studio. Okay, you're still stuck using old tools. Okay, right now, to call yourself a fully fledged data professional, okay, even as a starter, you must understand the use of Power BI and Looker Studio. All right, Power BI and Looker Studio to a pro level. You want to design fantastic projects. The second thing is you are not just going to have the skills, you want to have a website portfolio, a personal website portfolio where you can showcase the work you've done so far. So potential recruiters could go there and feast their eyes on the work you've done. You also don't have personal brand visibility. Now, when I mention LinkedIn, this is where I want to stress it. Now, LinkedIn is the corporate Facebook. Okay, the corporate Facebook. A majority of you know Facebook, right? So LinkedIn is just like Facebook, but it is set out specifically for the corporate world. So if you're looking for a job or you want to position yourself so that recruiters can see you, then LinkedIn is your go-to platform. All right. And then you don't have AI prompt engineering skills. You don't know how to use, of course, you use ChatGPT. If I ask you, oh, you use ChatGPT, you use some other AI tools like Claude AI and the likes. Okay. But you're still using it as if you are a beginner. So here you learn how to use it to to fast track and streamline your data analysis process. And of course, you're still using that CV you paid somebody. Okay, you paid somebody, let's say 50,000 naira to do your CV for you, but that's the CV you're using to apply to jobs today. Guess what? If that's what you're doing, you are going to be very slow because the world have moved. Um, Recruiters have stepped their game up with AI. You also have to step up with AI. So tell me, which of these one do you have? Okay, what is your score? Is it 1 out of 5? Is it 5 out of 5? Is it 0 out of 5? Score yourself now before we go to the next thing. Quickly, score yourself now. Is it 0 out of 5 or 1 out of 5 or 2 out of 5? Which one do you have? Okay, let's know your situation now before we move to the next page. 0. Wow, not even 1, just so somebody has 1, that is still okay. But you can see why it is actually a little bit difficult, especially for even Africans. Okay, Africans, trying to get into that tech world, talk less of, the remote space. Now, these skills they've been validated because if you look at the Future of Jobs report, so the World Economic Forum Future of Jobs report for 2025, it's been projected that what employers are looking for now are people with AI and information processing skills. They are saying that the technologies that are going to drive employability, okay, the skills that are going to drive employability between now and 2030 are anything around data and AI. So if you don't have skills in AI and data now, there is a lot you are putting at risk. In fact, that your current job that you are calling a job, okay, that's your current job you're calling a job could turn into a time bomb. You just be sitting on a time bomb, and then one AI would come, or somebody using an AI would come, and it'll tell you, we what's that word? Okay, what's that word? They'll tell you we're happy you've served us for the past half a decade. we're sorry to see you go, but we have to let you go, that kind of thing. Now, guys, what what how do you even get a job? So what is the process? A lot of us think we know it, but listen to this. Let me walk you through the actual roadmap. What actually happens whenever you click the apply button? Let me tell you. Now, when you hit the apply button, majority of you think your CV goes to a HR. Well, you're welcome. No, it doesn't. It actually goes to a robot called ATS, Applicant Tracking System. And this applicant tracking system has just one job, very easy. It takes your CV, takes the actual job description, does a match, and scores your CV on a scale of 1 to 100. Now, anything on an average, anything below 90%, this ATS would send you a rejection email after 5 days. So how many of you are in that boat? You currently are applying to jobs, but you keep getting rejection emails. Oh, we regret to inform you that I'll be moving on with other candidates who seem to be more suitable for the role. How many of you receive those kind of emails? Or maybe you're not applying to jobs yet. All right, fantastic. You can see quite a boatload of us are in that category. So, but listen, now the ATS only moves CVs that exceed 90% to the next stage. Okay, to the next stage, which is actually where a human resource personnel actually takes a look at the CV. So when they take a look at the CV, which is a few out of the lots that applied, they then invite, in some cases, a few of them to the interview or even all of them, depending on their hiring capacity. And then from there, they get to hire, for the role. So that is what actually happens at the back end whenever you click the apply button. I had a very funny experience one time. I hit the apply button and then I got an email immediately. I was thinking it's one of those that are confirmation emails. If you're actually applying to jobs now, you know what I'm talking about. Whenever you apply to job, you should get a confirmation email immediately telling you, oh, we've received your application, we'll get back to you. But guess what? I opened the email, lo and behold, it was a rejection email. It was very funny at first because that had never happened to me as of that time. Receiving a rejection email on the spot immediately after clicking the apply button. But guess what? The following day they sent me another email, the same email, and it felt like as if maybe if I missed the first one, okay, I should take this one to ensure that I saw the email. So, and that just goes to show that there is a computer, there is an AI working on the background, fishing, fishing out the shaft CVs from the grain CVs. Am I making sense, guys? Type 10 in the chat box, 10. Type 10 in the chat box. If I'm making sense to you, type 10 in the chat box. Type 10 in the chat box. Fantastic. Great. Now, most people find themselves in the bracket of um, of of getting a rejection email. Most people find themselves in that boat of getting a rejection email. But again, before we even going to go further, what's the point of all of this? What's the point, right? What is the point of all of this? Now, let me give you 3 reasons why you actually need to get into tech. Number one, it's easy to learn. Those things that you lack now, they are easy to learn, regardless of your background. You're a stay-at-home mom, you're a degree holder, you're a fresh graduate, you're a young professional, you're approaching retirement. In as much as you can browse on a laptop, okay, it is easy to learn. And when I say easy to learn, I did not say you're going to be chilling in a vacation and learn this. Okay, this is not forex. All right, this is not forex. Are you with me, guys? Okay, you're going to have to show up. and do your own bit. And guess what? You would have um, professionals who are eager to work with you, put you through these things, and you're going to be able to say, I know how to do this thing to a very large extent. Number two is this: it is easy to transition. I don't think I need to overflog this point anymore. We all saw the volume of open roles on LinkedIn when I shared when I shared LinkedIn earlier. All right, and guess what? That's where the money is. Except if you have a grudge with money, or you don't need money, or you have a quarrel with money, then you can disregard, you can disregard this third point. Okay, if you're quarreling with money, please disregard this third point. The first two is okay for you. But if you're getting into tech, not for the fun of it, but to actually see to it that you make ends meet, you improve your financial position, because economy is not smiling to most people, okay, right now. But in that same economy, some people are still smiling. So how can you be part of those few that will not wake up and say every day that the economy is not too good? It's not that. You are not looking at the right place. That's actually what's happening. So these are the three reasons why right now you should move this to the top of your priority list. Now, what we've done here at Nigerian Analytics is to craft out an intensive 4 weeks training for you, such that you get everything that I talked about earlier that you lack. Everything. In the first week, you would work on a fantastic Looker Studio end-to-end dashboard from a raw data set. You will turn it into something like this. Okay, you turn it into something like this using Looker Studio. How many of you have heard of Looker Studio before? Guess what? That is what recruiters are looking for right now, okay, in the data world. In the second week, you then go through Power BI. Power BI. Some of us may have heard of Power BI. It is called Microsoft Power BI, the elder brother of Microsoft Excel. Okay, the elder brother of Microsoft Excel. You learn that and also build an actual project on Power BI. And in the third week, you then go into AI and a little bit of prompt engineering, where you start getting yourself conversant with AI. Because even as a tech professional, your job is not going to be safe if you don't upskill in AI. And speaking about AI, in the fourth week, you would learn how to power up your CV with AI so you can beat the ATS all the time. You also get LinkedIn optimization. Okay, you want your LinkedIn to be squeaky clean when recruiters arrive there, and you'd also get to build a website portfolio. Somebody said, oh, how do you build a website portfolio? Let me quickly show you what a website portfolio looks like. So you've worked on projects, right? You've worked on some projects. Okay, you've worked on some projects. You need to have a website like this. Think of it like a personal website. You have access to it for life once you've built it. And the irony about this is you don't need any code to build it. You build it yourself. It's not as if you need somebody to build it for you. You build it by yourself without writing code. No code at all. In fact, you can build it in under 1 hour with guidance. You build it in under 1 hour. So here is the thing. You want recruiters to come to your portfolio like this, or see a little bit about you. You have a button that says view project, like so, or a portfolio button. They can click on it and they get to see some of the work you've done so far. Guys, some of the work you've done so far. Okay, they can also contact you if they want to. All right, they can also contact you if they want to. So if you don't have something like this in the year 2025 stroke 2026, you are wasting your time. You are wasting your time saying you are looking to get into tech. Okay, you are wasting your time. So in across 4 weeks, you get to cover all those things, and there are more people who have passed through us here at Nigerian Analytics and have gone on to get jobs. Ugochi Ugochi was becoming a mom at some point, and she needed to step out of the corporate space. She did that for a couple of years, and then she was ready to get back into the corporate world. But she did not want to continue where she left off. She wanted to put herself at a vantage point so that when she's getting back in, she's not only catching up with her peers, she's surpassing them. And it is only tech that can do that for you right now. What did she do? She decided to, get into one of our programs, and then fast forward in June 2025, a couple of months ago. Now, Ugochi got her very first tech job as a business analyst with Marite Consulting, and she even trains people right now, okay, to become business analysts themselves. This is Mary, a fantastic professional, and I'll be quick with hers as well. Now, Mary saw us on Instagram. She's been looking for a platform, where she can get remote jobs, and she signed up for one of our programs. Fast forward, Mary is currently on a paid internship program and with a long-term contract to follow at the end of that internship based on her performance. And one thing Mary used to tell us is that she thinks it is the CV we gave her that pulled her into the system. So she does not feel that she is that good. Because when they told us that, when they told her that 3,000 plus applicants applied for that role that she eventually got, she felt, you mean I was the best among 3,000? So she used to tell us that, look, it is that CV you gave us, I think, pulled me in. And I told her, Mary, you showed up. Don't downplay the good work you also put in. Yes, the CV had an impact, but the CV was the icing on the cake, for the good work that you've also put in. And that was Mary's story. Okay. And you also have Oluwaseun, used to work in a small microfinance bank as a risk officer. He met me last year in a physical event where I was one of the keynote speakers. They had questions, a lot of questions to answer. To ask me rather. I gave him answers, and to my surprise, Oluwaseun not just decided to register for our program, he started applying some of the things I told him. And even before he started the program, he started getting the attention of recruiters. And till date, he's gotten so many gigs after that. All right. And there are so many of them like that. You have Grace. Grace used to be an ordinary computer operator in a small insurance company. She got a job in tech now. Lebora Alawale used to be a teacher. She broke into tech. Okay. She posted one of her dashboards on LinkedIn, and that was what nailed it for her. A recruiter texted her saying, I need you to do this kind of thing for me as well. Okay. If that's not fascinating enough, Helene Okai graduated with a biology degree. Biology tech, guys. Yet she was able to break into the system. Okay. And it's not by mistake, it's because of the strategic positioning that these guys had. It's a 1 month intensive journey, 100% online, just as we are on this call right now. Okay, and your classes are going to be mainly on Saturdays. Okay, the very first Saturday will be onboarding, nothing too serious. We'll onboard you, tell you what you need to know, and then from there on, you would have practical sessions where an instructor, just like myself, will be on the call to walk you through the process step by step. All right, and then on Sundays, the first 2 Sundays. Okay, for the first 2 Sundays, you get what we call preparatory videos. So these videos, the idea is that they prepare you ahead of class. So when you come to class, you are not a total blank page. Of course, We don't expect you to, you know, magnet everything at once. But guess what? Okay, these videos actually strengthen your learning process. It makes it effective. All right. So that is the schedule of the program. And you're going to make use of two platforms: your Google Classroom, where through here you join classes. You also go back to the recording of your classes. Although I say recording of your classes, it does not mean you are meant to miss classes, right? But if peradventure you miss your class for any reason whatsoever, you'll be able to go back to the recording, watch it, and also still be able to ask questions because you'll be in a WhatsApp group with fellow learners and your facilitators. And these guys are willing to help anytime. All right. You'd also use our bespoke learning management system where you gain access to the preparatory videos beforehand. All right. So you can look at the full brochure here. All right. You'll be able to look at the full brochure right here and ensure to fill out the attendance form. See, look, if you are here and you've not filled out the attendance form, it's in the chat, that blue link in the chat posted by Enquiries Navians. Click on that link and fill the attendance form. So you get my slides. You also get a recording of this session to go with it. All right. So, guys, these are some of our um, our these are some of our students, okay, and their portfolios. So, for example, you can look at Adachi's portfolio. If you click on it, it's going to load up. Okay, you can see the work she's been able to um, do over the course of our own training program. You can see different taste, different flavor. Okay, her own even looks better than my own. All right, so you can see the work she's done so far and the likes like that. So feast your eyes with these portfolios when you get my slides. But if you don't fill out that, don't type your name in the chat. Click the link and fill the form. Okay, if it is not working, copy that link, paste it on another browser, fill it. Whatever you do, don't miss that form. Okay, whatever you do, don't miss that form. Are you with me, guys? Fill out that form so that you gain access to those nice little packages that I talked about. Now, guys, our next class is starting on the 8th of November 2025, a grandstand class. We're going to onboard you on the 8th of November 2025. So you start clearing your table now ahead of that time, so that by that time you know that you're going to take one push, one big push in 2025. So you get into tech. Who is with me? Who is with me? Type I in the chat so I know you are with me. Are you with me or you're not with me? Because what is even going to come after this, okay, is even better. All right, even better. What's going to come after this particular announcement I just made is even better. Guess what? If you want to get into our program, it's easy peasy. Okay, easy peasy for you to gain access to our Tech Elevator program. Guys, all you need is 100,000 naira. Okay, 100,000 naira. You gain access to all of those nice things that I talked about earlier. But guys, because you are in this session right now, you would not be paying 100,000 naira. And that is because you are part of the early birds. So there is an early bird special. And as an early bird, right now, you get a 60% discount. Now you get a 60% discount. Okay, unreal, right? So instead of 100,000 naira, you get to pay only 40,000 naira. This does not last long. Okay, not everybody will be able to benefit from this particular early bird discount. So you're securing your spot now ahead of time. All you need is 40,000 naira. If you delay it till later, you're risking 100,000 naira. Okay, so all you need to do is with a direct bank transfer, or you pay via our website. Okay, all you need to do a direct bank transfer to our Kuda bank account, 40,000 naira, and then you send me a DM 0703 215 8619, and then I will personally walk you through the next steps in your enrollment process. So if you are enrolling now, it's 40,000 naira. Only the early birds get the 60% discount. So while you are securing your spot, because again, it's a limited time offer, a limited time offer. So it's not going to last for long. So once I'm off this particular call, we are good to go. Everybody's going. Okay. So now I'll start taking questions. Okay. So if you want to ask me questions, you can actually type it in the chat or use the raise hand icon. I would allow you to unmute. But you only you only start speaking or mute your mic when I call your name, please, so that we don't have a rowdy environment. Okay. So let's see. When is the deadline? So a 60% discount, okay, is whooping. It is massive. So for that reason, the deadline is very short. Okay. Anything past this session ending, okay, the discount is off the table. All right, the discount is off the table and will revert back to the normal prices. All right, revert back to the normal prices. Okay, so once we have the once the number of people we need, okay, is gotten, that is all right. I've already started receiving DMs. Okay, so guys, if you've sent me a DM, don't worry, I'll respond after the call ends. Okay, I'll respond after the call ends. Just ensure you send me the receipt, the proof of payment, so that I walk you through the next step. You secure your slot and you forget about the rest. Come class start, you get started. So I'll start. If you have questions, you can type it in the chat or raise your hand. Okay, so people based on how I'll call people based on how they are raising their hand. Mike Blessed. I don't know. Am I correct with your name? Mike Blessed. Go ahead with your question. Let me see. Can I let you unmute? Okay, yes, you can unmute your mic. Mike Blessed. Wow, no pun intended. You can unmute your mic. Mike Blessed. That is unintended rhyme there. So Mike, hi, how you doing? Okay, so I don't think Mike is with us, so I'll go to the next person. Let me see, Akinola Joshua. You want to mute your mic and speak? Akinola Joshua, do you want to unmute your mic and speak?
Good day, everyone. Good day, sir.
Yeah, hi Joshua, how you doing?
I'm fine.
Yeah, I'm with
Now,
you.
bring
What's your
a
question?
question that I have because I've been in a seminar and I've been to training like this before.
Okay,
But
yeah,
during the training session was Saturday and Sunday. Then after
yeah.
they gave us video recording, we watched, and they gave us some projects to do. But at the end, I see that when it comes to mentorship, they are
Mm-hmm,
not doing well in that regard because when after the class, after the
mm-hmm,
project, they just leave us behind. And each time we ask question, how can I do this? TV, how can I do integrate my LinkedIn? How can I get job? No more explanation. As far as we pay the money and the classes are done, that's
mm-hmm.
all.
That is
And
all.
the last
Mm,
the last class that I attended, none
yeah,
of us did a job, and we are doing well. At least out of 40 something students that attend
yeah.
the class, at least 26, 15. out of
Yes.
40 something were with the training, but none of us seek at least what they told us was that they will help us hand in hand, at least
Mm,
mentor us, then get our first pay job. So that was why many of us stayed, and
mm.
after the training, nothing. They
So
they left us behind. So my question is, the
how about
everything
you?
is good. The way
Right?
the way you explain it is good. It's enticing. People are
Yeah.
listening now. They want to go for the training.
Mm,
You are going to do this. Them they give us testimony like they did with me.
yeah.
So at the end of the day, it's not about paying the money. It's not
Mm,
about every classes.
yeah.
It's not about the training.
Mm,
The most important thing is that how sure are we that after the training, you are
mm.
going to mentor us to the extent that we have our paying job.
Okay, fantastic. Very good question. All right, very good question. And this is what a lot of Africans face. Okay, and it makes it a lot difficult for most people to get into the tech space. All right, there is one of our programs very similar to this that just ended. Okay, guess what? People who missed classes are still asking questions right now. Okay, and we are still responding to them. In fact, somebody still asked me that, oh, I'm just conversant with LinkedIn. Where else can I apply to jobs? And this is on top of the fact that we send you job links. So we tell you how and where to apply to jobs, right? But we still send you job links. So this person is saying, okay, where can I get them? Okay, and I told him WWR, as we work remotely. You have micro1.ai. You can open an account there, open yourself up to opportunities. You have well found. Especially if you're targeting remote roles. You have Upwork. In fact, on Upwork, you don't need a CV. In some applications, they will even tell you you actually don't need to upload your CV. Do not upload your CV. So, and in such a platform where you don't even need your CV, what you need is the portfolio, the projects that I've worked on. Okay. So now it is a case of, are you ready to work with us? Okay. If you're ready to work with us, right, we are also ready to work with you. Okay, we've done it for other people, even beyond this particular course. We still have other courses, other advanced courses beyond this that you can also tap into to further boost your knowledge. Okay, because knowledge never stops. Even professionals like us still take courses. New technologies are coming out today, especially around AI. So for somebody who is a beginner, who has never gotten into the tech space, what should you do right now? It is actually trying to position yourself for those jobs. Okay, so you're going to build a relationship with your facilitators. You'll be able to even ask them questions afterwards. Okay, even strangers reach out to me. I mean, I dropped my LinkedIn profile right earlier. I don't know if you got it, Joshua. Were you here when I dropped my
Not
LinkedIn profile?
yes, I
You
got
were
it.
not. Oh, you got it. So
Right, I got it.
people send me messages on LinkedIn. Once I, get the time, I always, respond to the messages. People ask me, "Oh, Mohammed, I like what you do. Can you give me tips? What can I do? This is my problem right now. What can I do now?" And I give people tips. Okay, talk less of people who are in my own community here at Nibians. Okay, so except if you don't ask for help, all right, that is when you won't get the necessary help. Okay, but a big disclaimer that I want us to understand here is that we don't manufacture jobs. Okay, we don't manufacture jobs. I'm not going to tell you that, oh, we manufacture jobs. No, that's anybody who tells you that and is not a recruiter is a liar. Okay, so what we do is this: what do recruiters want? If you have what they want, and you are able to put yourself on a pedestal where they see you, that's all you need right now, Joshua. Okay, I hope I answered the question.
All right.
Fantastic. Okay, so I don't know if you're one of the persons that have sent me a DM already, or you just wanted that question answered and then you move on to sending me your own DM.
I didn't get your number.
Okay, so it's right on the screen. I don't know that you can see my screen right now. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
You can see the number. I'm circling it right now. 0703 215 8619. Can you see it?
Yes. Okay.
All right. So somebody just pasted it in the chat also. So you can send me a DM on WhatsApp. DMs, please, no phone calls. Okay? DMs, please. If you give me a phone call, you are planning to give me a night more. All right. So I'll be waiting for your DM, Joshua. Is that fine?
Fine. Fine.
All right, fantastic. So Blessing. Blessing is the next person. Hi, Blessing. How are you doing tonight?
Hi, Mohammed. Good evening, everyone. Yeah,
Yeah, good evening.
I'm good. So first of all, thank you so much for this program. Kudos to you guys, to yourself and the Nebian family. Truth be
It's a pleasure.
told, I believe this is something that is quite necessary for us to be able to skill up as Africans and be able to circumnavigate the obstacles that our unfortunate economy and national policies are putting a lot of us in.
I
Um,
agree.
Speaking about those obstacles,
Mm.
the deadline for the discounts, I don't know if it can be extended, maybe at least 48 hours, because to be told, may not want to say it, maybe because maybe some of us don't want to come out as out of fear or ego or shame.
Mm.
That amount you called might be very little for some of us, but it's quite large for some of us, and some of us might try to gather those funds, and it will take us a little while to gather it. I'm
Yeah.
not saying the deadline should be extended indefinitely or unreasonably, but
Mm.
maybe between 48 to 72 hours um, grace. I think that makes some sense for people to run around and get these funds together and be able to register for the course. I don't know if that's something that's possible for you to do.
Okay. So I used to work with somebody, and the person would tell me that if you can think of it, then it is possible. Okay. If you can think of it, then it is possible. But another thing that we're trying to guard against, you rightly said it that for most people, this amount may even look very small. Okay. So let me take it this way. A lot of edtechs out there, and when I say edtechs, I'm talking about training programs like this. Um, would not want to go this mile in terms of the kind of value they want to give you for this kind of offer. Nobody does that. The reason why we are doing this is because we want to be different from others. I want to do what others don't have the I'm looking for my word now. They don't have the effrontery to do. Okay, but even at that, we also want to be highly meticulous about it and very careful so that we can control the number of people that get into class. Okay, with this, easily 200 people can get themselves signed up. Okay, we have that, we have such a reach, we have such a community, such a family. So, and that's why you see those stringent deadlines. Now, what I want you to do, Blessing, will be this. Did you get my number? I know you spoke for a lot of people, but it is you that spoke, so it is you I heard. Okay, so If you have my number, send me a DM. Okay, let's be specific. Okay, so it's going to be a one-to-one. People who want it, all right, we want you to benefit from it as well, right? So let us meet at the middle. Let's see where we can meet. So do well to send me a DM tonight. Okay, send me a DM tonight so we can discuss the specifics. Okay, so let's go to the next. Let's go to the next. If only if I give you permission. See, you have only two set of people can send me there. Okay, blessing is one set, and I think I gave Joshua the permission, and then if you've registered, you can send me a DM. Okay, so let's go to the next person, Chris. Chris, how are you doing tonight? Hi, Chris. How are you doing tonight? And if you've already sent me a DM, don't worry, I'll respond to you after this session ends. Okay, I'll respond to you after the session ends. All right, I'll respond to you after the session ends. Okay, so and if you're sending me a DM, just go ahead and introduce yourself. Okay, so I know it's you. All right, so go ahead and introduce yourself so I know it's you. So I don't think, Chris, are you with us? Your hand is up, but I cannot hear you. Okay, so let's have James. James, you are the next in line. Do I have any questions in the chat?
Hello.
All right, go ahead.
Good evening.
Yeah, good evening. How are you doing tonight?
Very fine. How are you too?
I'm doing great. Thank you for asking.
All right. Thank you very much for what you do for us.
It's a pleasure.
I've been following you guys for quite a time now. And, I've learned a lot from you.
Good evening. This is Chris.
Okay, so James is already speaking. So Chris, just give us a moment. Okay, once James is done, then I'll come back to you. All right, is that fine?
All right.
So, yeah, James, you can go ahead.
All right. Thank you. So, like I said, I've followed you for quite some time, and I've learned so many things from here. And currently, from what I've learned from you, I can tell you that I'm doing a remote work with a German company.
Okay. Yeah.
And they are paying $1,200 a month, which is fine.
Fantastic.
From the little thing I've learned from you, from the Excel and the Power BI, which is fine. And then surprisingly, I'm knowing about this Looker Studio today for the first time. I've never heard it before. I tried to Google it and I opened the platform and it seems interesting too.
Yes, it is.
Yes, and I'm someone that wants to learn, and I really want to learn about data analytics to upgrade my career, my portfolio.
Awesome.
Yes, like the other person said earlier, if you can give us the next maybe 24 hours or 48 hours so that we can meet up and make the payment, which is can help us too. Just a plea. Just a plea. So if you can do that to us, which I am very, very interested in, and I want to really learn a whole lot of things from you. So that's what I want to say to you. And I really appreciate you. I've learned a lot from you. And from the little I've learned, at least I'm learning something, which is something that I really, really appreciate you guys. And I pray God will strengthen you people and give us better services and better tutors. Thank you very much.
Absolutely. I really appreciate that prayer of yours. It goes along highly refreshing. Okay, so now let me tell you the reason.
Okay, sir.
Yeah, here at Nebians, right, I don't want to use the word philanthropy. Okay,
Yes.
but we are aware that there's not a lot of people that do what we do. So
Yes. That's
what,
true.
what we noticed is people come and tell us, oh, can you give me time
Mm.
and the likes. And they come back and tell us, oh, something came up.
Yeah, I understand.
Somebody that wanted this. And that slot that we reserved, right?
Yeah.
Slot we reserved would have gone because we deal with a fixed number of persons, okay, in class. So that slot would have gone, class would have started. It becomes unreasonable to bring somebody to come start. We just put the person under too much pressure to catch up with the rest. Okay. So at the end of the day, that slot is gone. All right,
Mm.
that slot is gone. So here's what I can do for you. Okay, I can do for you. Um,
Right.
so I'll guarantee you that till midnight tonight. Okay,
Yes,
till
sir.
midnight tonight, slot will
Mm.
still be open. All right, slots will still be open, for the early bird discount. Okay, I've done my projections and the likes like that. So slots will still be open by midnight tonight. Then where we start hearing stories may be from tomorrow. Okay, anything can happen tomorrow. I can't guarantee you of this discount tomorrow. Okay, because I'm not the only one on the team. We're a group of team members. So I don't want to say something today and tomorrow um, they tell you another thing. So it's better for me to tell you when it will actually end than to promise you tomorrow. And then when you come tomorrow, they tell you it's not available. Okay, it's better for me to say, oh, it's not available tonight. And then when you come tomorrow, if you are lucky, you get the spot. All right. But one thing you want to do is send me a DM. Make sure to send me a DM tonight
Yeah.
at the very least. So that, and the reason I'm saying send me a DM is this: you can tell wherever because you may not meet me, you meet someone else, somebody may contact you, okay, anything can happen. So any which way it happens, you can mention my name that, oh, I spoke with Mohammed, and that alone, okay, can give you an edge. Is that fine?
Yes.
All
All right.
right. All right,
Thank
that's
you
fine.
very much. And for the record, I want to still tell everybody on the platform that
Yeah.
whatever I've learned so far from here is a free. I learned it through the free webinar. I didn't pay, and it has really helped me. And so Navia Analytics is doing a great job for us, and we sure appreciate them. You are doing a very great job for us. Thank you very much, Mohammed.
It's a
Thank you.
pleasure. It's a pleasure.
Yes. Thank you.
All right. So let's see who is so Chris, I promised you that you go next. So you're next.
Okay, good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening. How you doing tonight?
I'm fine. I'm fine. Yeah, thank you. Thank you for the opportunity to speak.
It's a pleasure. It's a
Okay.
pleasure.
Okay. So I have few series of questions to ask. So
All right. Go ahead.
um okay. So I have a background in industrial maintenance engineering, but I don't really have the practical knowledge. So the work I'm currently doing, I got into it through management training program. So it's a
Mm,
full-time job because I don't really
okay.
have the practical knowledge in the degree I studied. So
Yeah.
the work I'm doing currently now, I just need a higher paying job because the salary is not much, and I don't really have the practical knowledge in my degree. So that's why I want to switch to tech because someone had actually advised me to
Mm,
switch to tech. So
okay.
specifically data analytics course.
Yeah.
So I want to ask now, because I saw
Mm,
the data analytics program on the website,
yeah.
and I also saw this tech.
Yeah. Is that my network? Can anybody still hear me?
Yes, we can hear you, but we can't hear him.
Oh, okay. Hi Chris, if you can hear me, your audio is cracking up.
Yeah.
I I can't hear you anymore. Okay, so Chris, if you can hear me, type your question in the chat. Okay, type your question in the chat or send me a DM. Any of the two works. Okay, and then I can provide answer for you. Okay. He was going on to ask a very interesting question. It's a pity that um his network is dealing with him. So Abel.
I can hear you.
Okay, you can hear
My
me.
brother, are you hearing me?
Oh yes, I can hear you.
Hello.
Good evening, Mr.
Who's on the
Mohammed,
line?
and to your team. I commend you all. Thank you so much for the work you do.
It's a
Uh,
pleasure.
I really learned so much this evening. Marvin is like an eye opener. The things you mentioned, I've never had them before, and I really want to know more. Thank you once
Fantastic.
again.
It's a
Two things I
pleasure.
want to mention. Two things I'm
Okay.
trying to bring out now. The first is that please still consider us in that issue of payment. Give us
Okay.
some time. And two, the program, how long will it, when will it start and how long will it last? That's what I'm asking. When will it start and how long, and what's the duration of the program? Will it be an hour every week or how will it be run? I want to find out
Okay.
from you so I can fit in my schedule.
All
Thank
right.
you once
Very
again.
fantastic. Fantastic. So the program runs, I think I talked about it earlier. Let me go back to that slide so you can see that I talk about it. It's a 1 month program. It's starting November 8th. Currently, the early bird discount is on as we are speaking. So it's going to hold online just as we are on this call. Classes are mainly during the weekend, 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. Saturday. On Sundays, you get preparatory videos. So it's at your pace. You can even spread it through the week, so ahead of the next Saturday. So the idea of the preparatory videos is that it prepares you ahead of class. So when you come to class, you are not a total novice. All right, you are not a total, or let me not say total novice. You are not a total blank page. So just to drive my point home. So you may still be a novice, okay, but you are not a total blank page. You have a little bit of idea and may have even done something tangible, depending on how far you can go with the videos. All right. And then on Saturday, an instructor, an expert like myself will be on the call. I think I'm going to be taking one of the classes, if I'm correct. So somebody like myself will be there taking you through the classes, step by step. And that is how it runs. Okay, so I hope I answered the question. I hope I answered the question. Hi, Abel. Your mic is muted.
Yes. I appreciate so much. Thanks, my brother.
Okay, it's a pleasure. All right, so I'll be awaiting your DM as well. Okay, I'll be awaiting your DM as well. All right, so next person on my list is Ja Felix. Okay, when I saw the name, it made me remember João Felix, I think that's the Portuguese striker. Do you play ball, Felix?
Good evening. No, I don't play football. No. Good evening.
Okay. All right. All right. Good evening. How
Okay.
you doing?
I'm fine, thank you. Okay. I really want to appreciate you for your time, and
It's a
yeah,
pleasure.
trying to at least it's always very nice when you have the happening thing and you're trying to bring people on board. It's always it's very commendable. Okay.
It's a
I
pleasure. Thank you
just
very much.
finished my data analytics class. I think I just want to go come for an upgrade. I think I saw your post on Instagram. Then I opted
Okay.
for yes this class. So, but
Oh,
the
great.
thing is, although I knew there were going to be financial commitment to it, but I didn't know it was going to come like now or swiftly. So I'm still
Mm,
going to plead with the other speakers if you can still give us
okay.
time. You can just give us time, maybe. Although I sent you a DM.
Okay.
So I don't know. Maybe you're gonna check, but I'm still looking at. In fact, I just finished my project, but I don't. You know how it is when you finish something and you don't continue in it, you might eventually forget. And so I'm just trying to upgrade and invite myself into the whole data analytics because it's new to me actually. So I'm joining
Yeah.
this. I'll be interested to join this class, but like I said, if we can still be considered for the payment as per maybe till next week, or sorry, till tomorrow. Just if you can go through
Mm.
my DM, yes, I dropped
All right.
you something.
I'll definitely go through it. All right. I'll definitely go through it. So and then we'll see what works. Okay. So but one thing is sure, we want people like yourself to benefit from things like this. So definitely would work something out. All right. So I hope that answers your question.
Yes, thank you so much. Yes.
It's a pleasure.
Yep.
Okay. Um Ojediran Akinola, is that so I think Praise, you said you have a question. So maybe you want to type the question in the chat. So I'll come back and pick the question, okay? Since you've typed in the chat already, I'll just come back and pick the question while so I'm calling people based on how they raise their hands. Okay, so Ojediran Akinola, I hope I pronounce your name correctly. Okay, so I doubt if Akinola is with us. So Clara, you're next. Clara Triple D. Go ahead. So by 9:15, we'll be going off. We'll be going off this.
Okay. Good evening, sir. Good evening, everybody.
Yeah, good evening,
Hello, good
Clara. How
evening.
are you doing?
I'm very fine, thank you, sir. And you? Sir, I need to find out if during the course of the program, if we'll be coding, and also I also want to also ask for time also for payments, but I want to find out if we'll be coding as well.
Okay. Okay, very good question. Now, you're going to be learning Power BI and Looker Studio. Okay, and these are data analytics tools. Now, they involve what I don't like calling them coding because they are not coding. It is called writing of formulas. Okay, it is not mathematics also, but what it just means is that you are going to be defining metrics. For example, let me put it into perspective for you. So, say for example, with you work with let's say Jumia. Okay, you work with Jumia. So people order products on Jumia. Their data is kept, the order number, the product they ordered, how much they paid, and so on and so forth. You as a data analyst, you have access to this data. Now you may want to know, okay, between yesterday and today, how many orders were made. Then you need to summarize that figure using a formula, okay, and it's usually very straightforward. All right, usually very straightforward. So um, that is pretty much what may resemble coding, but it's not actually coding. So when you say coding, it's pretty much writing Python codes or maybe SQL queries and the like. So I hope I answered your question.
Mm, yes, sir. Thank you.
All right, it's a pleasure. Okay, so I'll also be looking forward to your DM. All right, I'm looking forward to your DM after this particular call. So before I take Ojediran Akiola, before I take your question, let me quickly look at the chat. What about people that don't own a laptop? You need a laptop for this blessing, all right? You need a laptop. Okay, you need a laptop for this. What you can do, you have ample time. The class is starting November 8th, so secure your spots, then arrange a laptop. You don't even need to buy a laptop. Look, let me tell you something. What you need is access to a laptop, not even owning it, right? So either of the two works. Either you get access to a laptop, maybe from a family, from friends, and so on and so forth, and then you could use that for that period while you arrange your own. All right. I hope that answers your question. And Praise says, okay, my question is, I don't have any tech skill. I'm 100 level students, don't know how to get the money. All right, so praise. Let me tell you something. Okay, you're currently a hundred level student. Are you paying your own school fees by yourself? Are you paying your school fees by yourself? That's the first question. Now, if your answer is no, okay, listen to this. Now, a lot of people go through school, and this is not me trying to downplay school. I have my own degree as well. Okay, I graduated with mechanical engineering, with a mechanical engineering degree. Now, we go to school, we spend 5 years, 6 years, some even 7 years in school, doing something we really don't care about. For majority of the people, you may be doing your dream course, don't get me wrong, but for majority of the people, you go to school to read a course you don't care about. You just want that degree, okay? And I mean, apart from, let's even say you get it for free. Let's not even say your school costs you money. You are going to school for free. Look at the time alone. Time is also a resource. Look at the time you are spending there. 4 years at least. I've not talked about NYSC or strike. Fastest 4 years. Now think of where we are going to be in the next 4 years with the rate at which AI and data is sprouting now. So do you want to would you rather you are talking about how to join the bus as of that time, or you want to start you want to by that time, you've gone far in your tech career. One decision will take you through one of those two parts. Okay, so decision is yours, praise. So but if you want to take my advice, speak to your guardian. All right. You saw a course, and I don't mind, making myself available to answer some of the questions they may have. Okay, I mean, we've done it for people before, like yourself, so you won't be an exception. So all you need to do is send me a DM 0703 Once you need once you need me to hop on a call with your guardian, I can hop on a call, answer your questions, and you get enrolled into the program. Okay. So let's ask him, please, I have a question. I'm currently learning cybersecurity. Will it affect me? Can I get grace for payment? So a lot of people have asked for grace. Okay, and I've also explained why we usually don't give graces. Okay, but at the same time, we still want you to benefit. It's meant for you. Okay, I'm already skilled. I'm already, well positioned in my career. So it is you that actually, in fact, during my time, I wish there was something like this that I could have jumped on. Okay, where you get guidance, and you'll be learning at this rate. So, but the question around, cybersecurity, the this particular program starts 8th of November. So I don't know what your schedule will be like by that time, Bisola. Um, so, the question is, what's your schedule going to be like by that time? So while you're answering that, I would take Ojediron's question, and we'll start to wrap up. Okay, so I can take the DM that I've received.
All right. Good evening, sir. Can
Yeah,
you
good
hear me?
evening. Yes, loud and
Yeah,
clear.
thank you. Thank you for this opportunity. It's really an insight.
It's a
Though I
pleasure.
joined in this, I really joined very, very late. But I just have
Okay.
I want to also to add to what other people have been saying concerning the payments. Please help us look into it. And secondly, is that in data analysis, what are the tools that you want to teach? I heard you talked about Power BI. Are you going to teach us Excel and SQL also? Please, I would like to know. And lastly, is there a plan to guide us through into tech on how to get probably remote job, or if it's not remote job, is that going to be a mentorship after the training? Those are my questions, sir. Thank you.
Okay. All right. All the things you just mentioned now, all the things you just mentioned now, the you hardly see it at this rate that we're offering it. Okay, but nonetheless, somebody asked a very similar question to you, moments ago. Now you get Power BI and Looker Studio. These are data visualization tools. Okay, data visualization tools that are high in demand right now. You want to become a data analyst. You build a website portfolio. So if you have 10,000 tools that you know how to use and you don't have a website portfolio to actually show recruiters, um, it's going to be hard for you to get jobs. There are so many skilled Africans. They are highly skilled, but guess what? They don't have. Ask them, do you have a portfolio? They'll tell you, I have a GitHub. I have a GitHub. And most of the time, GitHub does not cut it. They mistake a GitHub portfolio for a website portfolio. And an ordinary recruiter who is not tech inclined, who is not professional in your own field, who is not a data analyst, their job is just to hire you, not to do your job. If they could do your job, they won't hire you. All right. And you're giving them a GitHub link, it's going to be devastating, right? You also need to position. You're going to learn how to position yourself visibly on LinkedIn. All right, you learn how to use AI for data analytics, a little bit of prompt engineering in there, and then you're also going to power your CV with AI. So I made mention of how the journey of getting a job is. When you hit the apply button, your CV does not go directly to the HR. It passes through this robot that scans your CV. Okay, after scanning, it decides whether to send you a rejection email or to push it to the HR. And this is based on how your CV matches the job. Okay, and most of the time, it only sends your CV to the HR if you score above 90% match. And then from the HR, you get interviewed and you possibly get hired. Most people fall out through this 8 years, and that's what it's meant to do. It's meant to get the best CVs across to the HR and send the rest a rejection email. That's the main purpose of the 8 years. So for that reason, we included powering your CV up with AI so that you can get ahead of the competition. So this is what you get. Of course, because you'll be in class. I mean, if for example I'm taking you a class and I ask you what platforms can you get jobs, somebody asks me that question today. What platform can you get job? I won't say, oh, you have to pay extra if I can tell you where to get jobs. In fact, as part of our alumni program, we normally send jobs, okay, job links. You can apply to the jobs while you also, are scouting for these jobs in the right places. So that's pretty much, the rundown of what I discussed earlier before you possibly join the session. So I don't know if that answers your question.
Yes, that does. Thank you so much. So please
Uh,
help us look into the payment also. Be expecting to hear from you.
okay, so just ensure to send a DM. Okay, even if I don't respond to you tonight,
Okay.
just ensure to send that DM because it's gonna go in. That's the last card I can play on your behalf to the team. If there will be a grace, that will be the last straw. All right.
Please, can you call the number once again, please?
Zero. Let me type. Should I type it in the chat instead? Zero
Yes,
seven.
but
Okay, let me type it in the chat.
please, sir.
070-215-8619.
Okay.
Yeah. All
Thank you.
right. So yeah, it's a pleasure. So I think this is where we'll call it in, right? I enjoyed myself. I hope you guys also enjoyed your time. I hope it was, worth your time tonight. So I'll see you once the class starts. And congratulations to those of you who have already secured your spot. So I'll respond to you once the session ends. So have a wonderful night's rest, guys.